This is saying that there's no storage left on the SD card when I've literally just... I hate this when people are like looking at you. I'd look at me too, but not in that way. I just mean like if somebody was reading themselves, I would look just to see what they're up to. But I just clocked eyes with his butt crack. There's a guy right beside me and he's pumping up his tyres, and I just looked out the window. Genuine arse crack. But anyway, welcome to... Oh, there is there. Oh, that's Nodie's dad or something. I'll turn it around so that's not invading his privacy. What's happened? Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to Heartbreak Hotel. Genuinely, I'm going to talk you through what's happened this week, right? And then you can let me know if my meltdown was valid. Number one, Monday comes. We got our house, like, and I mean, you've seen the last video. Got our house. We were getting pictures taken so that we can put it on Rightmove so we can sell it and move house, right? I'll come back to that. My gran died, which is horrendous. That was the first thing that happened, so that was obviously horrendous. She passed away on Monday. Tuesday comes, our mortgage gets approved on the conditions that we find an extra £12,000 to add to the mortgage. So they only approved like a certain amount, because we've already got our mortgage but we wanted to increase it, and they were only going to increase it by like 85% or something like that. So it worked out we had to find £12,000, which we can't do, so we're not moving. So all that stuff on Monday was absolutely pointless. Got my period. What else happened? As if that's not enough. What else happened? I genuinely just need the general population to not be thick as shit, right? I feel like, why would I say that and then not tell you what happened, but just as like a general rule of thumb, can we all agree, including me, can we all agree to just use our fucking brains, right? Two people today pulled out in front of me, and during that way I was like, I'm on the brink of fucking meltdown. Pulled in front of me, and I just didn't appreciate it, and I was like, and I wasn't nasty, I was just like, come on guys, come on, use your brains. There's somebody else there. I hate that. What else happened? Rory, I was in the shower this morning, and Rory was like screaming. I put him in his cot and he was screaming, and this has happened before where I've put him in his cot and he's been crying, and I've been trying so hard like just to finish my task and then go back to him, because he can't just cry and I'm there straight away. Like, he needs to learn that like that can't happen. But the first time he done it, his foot got stuck in the cot and I didn't realise, and he was screaming and I just thought he was screaming because I put him down. Turns out he'd hurt his foot, and I felt like the worst mum guilt. Same again today. I moved his cot out from the wall so that he couldn't get stuck. I removed everything. I removed all hazards, and he was screaming, and then there's one point where he just started like sobbing, like crying, and I could hear him like he'd like buried his head into the bed, and he was so upset, and I was so annoyed that I like shouted from the bathroom. I was like, sunny. I was like, would you just give me a minute? Shouted what? Water. I didn't take any water. Oh wait, my Stanley.
Your Stanley, yeah.
Ah. No, I don't know what. It might be orange juice. Shouted at him, and then like I went through and got him, and he was fine. He calmed down straight away. He was just overtired, and then I looked back at the camera, and he'd like rolled and hit his head off the side of the cot, and that's why he was crying. And I shouted at him. So it has been Heartbreak Hotel. What did you need that for?
Wash my hands.
Oh. So it's been Heartbreak Hotel. But I don't feel like anything else could go wrong this week, do you?
Still to get to Edinburgh.
Well, that's not very optimistic of you. We've still to get to Edinburgh. Why? What could happen on the way?
I don't know.
Not the optimism I need from yourself. I looked at that guy. Well, I didn't look at him, but I I looked out the window and he had a builder's bum. I see these wee butt crack. So we're going to Edinburgh and we're staying at the Carberry Hotel and Mansion Estate. Very gorgeous, but we're running super late. Why not?
So 3 hours late.
We're 3 hours away. We're not 3 hours late.
Not 3 hours late.
We're not 3 hours late.
Maybe like 3. 2 hours late.
We're late in terms of our schedule, but if it's a 2-hour drive. What? See if you're going to say it through your chest.
2.
How long is it? 2.5. Right, so we'll get there for 7:30?
Yeah.
Dinner's at 7:45. Yeah. So we're fine. Two hours later. I didn't realise how much of a like medieval place this is. We walked in and there's a guy, not a real guy, there's a guy in suit of armour. And there's like little doors where I think they would have shot people in the war. This place is a war place, isn't it? No. This is.
It's a castle.
I mean, what happened in castles back in the day?
Guns.
Bullets. Anyway. And I might have had a wee special request for Lewis's birthday. They did say it was chocolates, but that... I think there's like 2 chocolates on that plate actually. It's like, look, there's 2 chocolates. There's macaroons though. Have you ever had a macaroon? It's like a biscuit. I will get ready in 2 seconds. Lewis is really taking it all in. He said, "This is lovely, hurry up so we can go to dinner." But I'm just zen. I'm zen pre-meltdown. Why did I have a meltdown? You were there. Post-meltdown. Oh. Pre-meltdown. You just fucking wait. Okay. Let's get ready. So basically we're here for Lewis's birthday, and I obviously I paid for the room. So this is our room. There's nothing wrong with our room, right? So let's just say that first. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this room. Cupboard here, bathroom here, and this is our bed. Okay, so there's absolutely, like, there's genuinely nothing wrong with this room. We're sitting at dinner and I was like, the food was gorgeous, guys. I genuinely can't believe that this place is costing what it does. Like, it's not costing much at all. I'm on a maternity wage, just to put that into perspective. I'm just explaining the situation. I said to Lewis, I said, oh, when I booked it, I thought that this was what the rooms looked like and there were these big massive suites. This room is nice.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Nothing wrong with it, but we were just joking because I was like, when I walked in, obviously Lewis was like, oh, this is class, and I was like, this is not what I thought I'd booked. So we said for a laugh, we were like, oh, we'll just go and get an upgrade. And then we kind of looked at each other and we were like, well, let's go and ask. Guys, £40. Was that what, yeah, 40. £40 to upgrade, which we've done. We've obviously went for it. So £40 to go from this to this. I feel like the queen. We're in here. Baby free. What's that?
Great stories in Russian, Japanese, American, Irish, French.
I genuinely can't believe this room. I thought because she took us for a tour, and I thought she was gonna say, I said tour, weird there. Tour. She took us for a tour, and do you know, I just wanted to know the prices of the rooms. You had it, you took it. And she was like, oh, I'll show you the rooms. And we walked in and I was like, oh God. And I was like, this is the room. This is the room. that I want. And then Lewis went, so how much is it for this one? Because she said it was £40 and she was like, 40. I was like, have you left that key in there? And I was like, well, I'll have it right now. Okay. Yeah, she can't believe it. I can't bloody believe it. My battery's about to die on this, which is so annoying. Good morning. I've just done a wee quick natural get ready. Don't know where my eyebrow gel is, I feel like. Well, I know I've sat it somewhere and I don't know where. So, but how good. Obviously I got my microblading removed. So that's all natural eyebrows and I just can't, like, just love it. I also love finding out what hotels have, like, for you to use. Robes. Love a robe. I will 1000% be putting that on for a picture, of course. They don't have the logo on it, which I just feel like ruins it a little bit, but listen, I'm not gonna be that guy. This is where I like being nosy. So they've got like body wash, hand wash, conditioner and stuff. Lewis just went for a shower and said that it was really good, so even though I've just got ready, I'm gonna just fling my hair up over my body shower because then that'll be us for the day. But I love when they have like little things just to make your day easier. So dental kit, I'm assuming that's just a toothbrush, a bamboo shaving kit. I don't think I've ever been to a hotel where they've got shaving stuff that I can remember. Wow. And then what's one thing you always forget? A hair bobble, shower cap and hair tie. I'll be using that. And a vanity kit. I actually don't know what that is. Let's look at it. A vanity kit. Lewis, they've got cotton buds. That's cool. That's like just thinking. I think that's just thinking of everything. Cotton pads and cotton buds. I just love cleaning your ears. I'm one of those that freaks. I literally. You're actually not supposed to clean your ears. Lewis went for an ear test because his work, like, or no, not his work. Well, yeah, for his work. Lewis went for an ear test for his work, and the woman was like, done his test, and she was like, "Do you clean your ears?" And he was like, "Yeah," because obviously you're not going to say no. And she was like, "Don't. Like, the earwax is supposed to fall out by itself, but you're gonna walk around with like crusty ears, aren't you?" But then it's more, apparently that's the hygienic way. I'm not even going to show you what just came out of my ear either because that is abysmal, if that's even the right word. Do you know what word I've been saying a lot this week? Eclectic and salmonella. And I don't know where that came from. And I don't know, like, I don't even think I'm using it in the right context. Like, it's just as soon as I don't like something, I'm like, oh no, that tastes like salmonella. Like, what salmonella tastes like, but I assume not nice. What do you think salmonella has a taste? Anyway, and an eclectic, so I think that's quite a cool word, like, and I think it means, like, strange, like, strangely different, or like unique or something. I'm not sure, but I am like that. Like, I feel like I just say things, like, I just say words. I went to the doctors just linking to that me saying things that I shouldn't, or like that I don't really know what I'm talking about. This battery's gonna die again. But I went to the doctors and he basically said, "You've got ADHD, Han." But he said it in a way that was like, "Oh, you definitely do, but like we can't test that to like give you medication or anything because NHS like don't have the facilities for that, big man." So I was like, great. I was like kind of diagnosed by the doctor, but to get to that conclusion he was like, "Do you ever say things that are like impulsive or like you feel like you shouldn't have said, and I was like, how much time have you got? I'm like, literally all the time, that's my full life. I was like all the time. Right, I'll go for sure. Good morning! I think I've already said good morning. And it's actually, well, it's 11:37, so it's still morning, so good morning. I obviously tried to show, like I took clips around the castle there, but I feel like last night we didn't do it justice, like with the videos that we took, because this place is stunning, like absolutely stunning. Like I'll try and show you. So it's like an actual, let me see if I can take you out of the car a little bit because you are on charge, but a literal castle, and it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think for someone who is a girlfriend of a man who loves castles, knights, Victorian shit, like, I nailed it. There's literally armour suits in reception. Did we have a child-free night? Yes. Were we both in bed sleeping for 10 o'clock? Yes. I don't have any regrets. I really feel like we really needed this. We needed this night. We needed this night. The food in there was absolutely stunning. We both had haggis for starter with like potatoes and sauce. It was really, really nice. And then Liz had a burger, which was like a big burger, and I had a steak. Oh my god, like I had peppercorn sauce with it, but I didn't even actually use the sauce. The steak, I don't know what they seasoned it with. I would actually say that was probably the best steak I've had in my life. Wee bit overdone. Am I ruining it by saying that? I wanted it blue, but I feel like it came rare, medium rare. Listen, not a complaint, because it was absolutely stunning. It was gorgeous. The staff are so nice. We wanted to upgrade the room. Obviously, you seen last night we got the upgrade, but even the woman that was like showing us around, like, she could have easily been like, it's £40 to upgrade, and gave us any room. She showed us every room in that castle. I think there's like 19 rooms. Obviously some of them were full. Oh no, sorry, 30 rooms, I think she said last night. Some of them were full. She, like, it was as if we'd met a pal and we were like walking around. She was not in a rush to get back downstairs to the desk. She answered all our questions. We asked about weddings. Well, I asked about weddings, but it's fucking stunning. So, and the prices are actually very reasonable. I don't know why I'm asking about a fucking wedding. I was also a bit tipsy. Guys, I cannot drink anymore. I can't drink anymore. I used to go out for a prolonged period over a few days. I'd go home, go for a shower and go to work. Absolutely fine. And I wouldn't even say it's like motherhood, because I feel like this issue, because it is an issue, I quite like a drink, started kind of like, but to be honest, when I met Lewis, he's just so chilled that I feel like we have fun without, like, it's not just going to the pub, like we actually go and do things and have a laugh together. So it's like the need for drinking kind of went away, because we always had plans, we were always away doing something, and we still do. Obviously we've got a baby, so it's a bit different, but last night I had a pint of Menabrea, and a rum and apple juice, and I was scooshed. I was prancing about that castle like I owned the place. Now I think about it, I think I might have the fear. I think I've actually just spoken myself into having the fear. Nah, I'm not even going to do that. That's ridiculous. We spoke to Lee, the receptionist. She took us around the castle. She literally had like her keys. She was like, do I see this one? Do I see this one? Do I see this one? Stunning. Like that every room is different. Like she explained to us, even the classic rooms, there's not one that's the same. So the classic room's the one that we had at the very start, and then it goes up to like the executive room and then to the suite. So we went from the classic to the suite for £40. Now that was for one night, we're only here for one night. I don't know how much that changes if you book for 2 nights, if you add things on. But yeah, it's just been great. So it's been so fun. So we're gonna go home now, and we're gonna go get Rory. He's had the best time. Mum sent me a picture and he's like cuddled into my sister. He just loves his aunties. Like, he's such an auntie's boy. He's such like a granny's boy, a mummy's boy, and an auntie's boy. Like, he loves the ladies. He is like, he loves the guys in like a kind of cheeky way. Like, he's like quite funny and like he always laughs at them. See, when that boy wants to go to sleep, it's with his aunties, his mum, or his grands. But yeah, we're gonna go get him and then we're just gonna have a chill weekend. I'm really excited. So I like the big doors. There's somebody at that window. What am I doing?